Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about pretty much my nursing job history as a registered nurse. This month, I'm actually celebrating 10 years as a nurse, which is crazy and just exciting. It's like, wow, 10 years. It just goes by so fast. So anyways, I wanted to make a video about this, but I wasn't sure if you guys would be interested. And I made a poll on my community tab here on YouTube, and a lot of you were saying yes, make this video. So let's just start. I graduated nursing school in 2011, and my first job out of nursing school was pretty much already like, I already knew like going into the nursing program that this is where I was going to be, because I was sponsored through the hospital that I was working at to get into the nursing program. So I kind of already knew like for sure I'm going to stay at this facility and this is where I'll be working. Now, I was already working on med-surg prior to becoming a registered nurse, so I ended up on the med-surg floor as a new grad RN. And like I said in another video, which I'm not going to go into like salary details and all that, I've already made a video on that, and I honestly just try to be as private as possible and not give so much information about my finances, because it's kind of like really private and personal to me. But if you want to go see that video, I do talk about how much I was making as a new grad RN, and I'll link it up here for you guys so you guys can check out the video. You guys can also click it down in the description box. Any video that I mention in this video, I will link it down in the description box so that you guys can check it out afterwards. So I was working as a med-surg nurse from 2011 to the beginning of 2016. And honestly, I kind of thought that every new grad nurse was supposed to start on med-surg, and I feel like that's just because like in nursing school, that's all you hear, like, you know, start on med-surg. Now, do I regret starting on med-surg? Definitely not. And obviously I don't regret working on med-surg, but it definitely was not for me, and it took me a while to realize that. But yeah, definitely bedside nursing is not for me, and that's when I decided to leave the inpatient setting and go outpatient setting. And ever since 2016, I've only been working outpatient setting, and it's been amazing. I love the outpatient setting so much. It's just so much better. I could probably make a video talking to you guys about like the inpatient and outpatient pros and cons. Would you guys be interested in something like that? Comment down below and let me know. And also don't forget to like this video. So in 2016, I went to another facility. I actually applied to multiple jobs. I think it was like probably like 4 jobs, and yeah, I think so, like in different facilities, but in that facility I applied to 2 of them. So anyways, I got into my outpatient primary care clinic nursing job, and it was amazing. I really liked that job. I was there from 2016 to 2018, like the end of 2018. And I could probably say that that job is probably like one of my favorite nursing jobs. And not only because of like the people I worked with, I really made really good friends there. And yeah, it was just amazing. Like the doctor I worked with was awesome. Well, he still is awesome. He's like an amazing doctor. So I really liked that. And just like my team, my coworkers, I really liked that there. And yeah, that was just my favorite job. And plus there, I realized like a lot of other things that of course opened up the realization that I wanted to become a nurse practitioner. And of course I do sometimes miss that, but you know, it's kind of time to move on. And I do actually have a video talking about primary care clinic nursing and like my role and what I did. And I also have, because I'm going to move on to the next position, I have one on utilization review, which I'll also link it down below for you so you guys can check it out. But I was there in the clinic from 2016 to the end of 2018, so like pretty much 2 years, almost 2 years. And I think like early 2018 I started the NP program, so that's when I decided that because I was working Monday through Friday, it was going to be really hard for me to do clinicals, which is why I decided to start looking for another job. So I found out that there was going to be new openings for utilization review, which I didn't even know what the heck that was. But like I said, I have a video on that where I go into detail of what I did and what my role was. So I'll link it down in the description for you guys. But there I started like the end of 2018 and I left in early 2020. But I was working Monday through Thursday for 10-hour shifts. It was amazing. Wait, was it Monday? Yeah, it was Monday through Thursday because I was off Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So it was perfect for clinicals because I figured I'm racking up all this PTO and I'll have one day off, which I'll do clinicals, and then I could use my PTO for my other hours. And at that time I was also doing like overtime hours where I was also trying to catch up with my work and doing the nurse practitioner program, doing clinicals at the same time. It was great. It was crazy. I can't believe I did that. And I really liked that job. It was really like an office job, but everything was just ever changing so fast. I loved my coworkers there as well, but that was the time that I started clinicals. So of course I was like super busy. Like not only was it going to clinicals, but I was going to work. It was just like crazy for me that during that time that I was doing clinicals. It was like crazy. And then of course 2020 came and turned the world upside down. So at that time I was supposed to start clinicals in May. So I decided to quit my job because I'm like, nobody is going to stop me from finishing the NP program. And here we are in 2021. And I haven't resumed yet, but I will in 2022. A week after I quit, I get a phone call from my friend who I met in primary care and I'm still friends with. And she's like, hey Wendy, like I have a friend who is in another county and is looking for some contact tracers and investigators. And I was like, really? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, well, I'm not gonna go over there. She's like, it's actually all work from home. So I'm like, oh my God. Okay, so I'm like, sure, I'll apply. So at that time I was still thinking that I was gonna do my clinicals in May, but my friend said, just like talk to them, talk to the public health. And I was like, okay. So I talked to public health and they were like, yeah, like whatever days you can give us, we'll work with you. So I was like, okay, perfect. But then I found out that clinicals were canceled because of the stay-at-home orders. So I worked as a public health nurse from home, which was the best part during, you know, the thing that happened last year, or is still happening, but you know, the thing that happened last year. I worked as a public health nurse from, I think I was onboarded in May. So like 2 weeks after I quit my job, I already had another job. So it was amazing. So I worked from May through August. It was gonna be, yeah, 4 months that I worked. But the thing is that in June, they had told me, oh, we're probably gonna need you until November. I was working full-time, although I knew it was temporary. And at that time, I made a decision, okay, since I'm gonna work until November, I'm just going to not do clinicals in August and I'll just do it in January. Okay, so I end up working for public health only 4 months because they only needed me up to August. So I didn't work from September, October, November, December, which was fine because I already had money saved. I wouldn't have quit a job without having a job without having money saved. You know what I mean? That would be like really dumb because I have bills. So anyways, I was fine. I was like, okay, sure. Plus, it's like, what were you spending money on anyway in 2020 other than probably like food if you were ordering out? But even then I was like a little scared of even ordering out because I didn't want to get any like anything, you know? So anyways, so I was off from working for 4 months. And I know something that a lot of people may ask is, oh, did they tell you anything because you didn't have a job for those 4 months? No, nothing. Nobody has ever asked me why there's a gap in my resume. Now, in November comes around, I went out to eat with my friend, and she tells me, hey, they're opening up a per diem position, because I was talking to her and I was telling her, I'm just looking for a per diem job where I can maybe work like 1 day or 2 days out of the week. So here, my friend, I'm having dinner with her and she's like, we're gonna open a position. I'm like, really? She's like, yeah, you should apply. And I was like, and I thought about it and I was like, oh, I don't know, because I'm gonna start clinical in January. But anyways, I got convinced because I was like, if I can make my own schedule, like I decide what days, sure. So I was like, I applied in November. Then I ended up getting hired in January. And because I started working in January, they wanted me to work full time while I was doing my orientation. I think like 6 or 8 weeks. I don't remember anymore. But I started in January of 2021 to the present. I'm working as a pre-admission nurse, so like a pre-admission testing nurse. So like I said, I've been working outpatient since 2016 to 2021, which is now, and it's like the best thing ever. So I started working in January and up to now, so I'm like 6 months in as a pre-admission nurse, and I like it so far. It's nice. I've made videos on per diem nursing. If you guys are interested in those, they're linked down below. But being a pre-admission nurse is awesome. I like it so far, and I feel like I've learned a lot of things that I would have never learned in any other specialty, because you know, obviously every specialty is so different and so unique, and this specialty is quite different. It's really like nothing I had ever worked in the past. So yeah, that's how I pretty much went from one job to another job to another job. So pretty much, as you can tell, every decision I've made in my nursing career pretty much like propels me into the right direction, because ultimately I end up leaving jobs because of a greater goal in mind. And most of the time it's always been like NP school since my clinic job. It's like getting to that point where I could have some flexibility and be able to work and go to NP school. There's really no like crazy story as to why I've changed specialties so much. If I need to move on to another specialty, I just move on. And now I've realized that before, like when I was a new nurse in med-surg, I would be so scared to leave that job because I was just so comfortable there. Like I knew everybody, like why would I leave? And now it doesn't scare me at all to just move on to the next specialty, like try something new, because you just never know the experience you're gonna get and how it's gonna help you into the next role. And it's just important for you to kind of like step out of your comfort zone and realize that there's so many nursing specialties out there. So it's not like I just randomly decide like, okay, this is the day that I'm gonna quit my job. You know, I usually try to think of everything very well, and I'm just excited to start school. But anyways, that is like not even a part of this video. I'll talk about more about NP school in the next video next week. But yeah, those are all my nursing jobs. And with all this being said, like as you can see, I have tried out different specialties that some people may not even know about. Like I didn't even know about some of these specialties, you know, and I'm just glad I decided to take these leaps of faith and just go for it. Like just apply, even if you don't know. Networking is like huge, you guys. Network. Because that's how you find out about these jobs. That's how I found out about half of these jobs. And don't be afraid of applying for positions that may seem interesting to you, even if you do not think that you may qualify for that position. If you don't think you may qualify, apply anyway. Like there's nothing wrong in you applying. I mean, other than you like not getting an interview. So just apply. Don't rely on what other people may tell you, like, oh no, like don't go to that specialty. You gotta try it out for your own self. So anyways, with that being said, I hope that this video at least inspires you to step out of your comfort zone and go after the things that you want in life. And at the end of the day, do what's best for you. I think that's like my motto now on on this channel. Do what is best for you. And I feel like in nursing, sometimes we hear a lot from like other people, like, don't go into this specialty, don't do this. And it's like, just do what is best for you, you guys. Like, if you have to move to another specialty, do it. If you are tired of inpatient, go outpatient. If you don't like outpatient, you know, you could stay inpatient. There's nothing wrong with people working inpatient if you like it. But anyways, with all that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. If you guys have any questions, comment down below. I will link all the videos that are related to anything of what I've said down in the description box. And I'll see you guys next week.